Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. So welcome everyone. Okay, so this is going to be a reading that I'm doing for anyone who feels guided. Alright. They did tell me to label this the starseed transmission, right? And so if you're brought in, you could be unaware that you are guided in from this frequency because you are a starseed, right? So definitely subscribe to my channel. You're part of the star family over here, right? Okay, so I'm getting distracted by all this stuff on my desk right now, but anyway, okay, I just started to do my invocation and then they told me to record while I do it. I don't know, for some of you. And getting this upping your cleansing, maybe they wanted me to show you the stuff that I do when I cleanse the area. And what's interesting is normally when I do my readings, I upload in threes. I only do my invocation and my clearing of my space one time, and then I'm good, even with the breaks and everything that I do. Well, today I've literally had to do it like 3 times. So one of them was back to back before my first even upload, right? And they've been having me do a series of cleansing. Like I just went and got these while I was out of town. I got some exotic sage, some new Palo Santos, right? I got some new incense too, which is epic, Nirvana. It was so cute too, and I lit the very first incense. I'm not even playing. Like I lit it in the back of my friend's car, right? And I was like, smell that, do you like that? I hope it's not bothering you, just lit an incense in here. And he's like, oh my gosh, like what is it? It smells so good. And I'm like, it's Nirvana, I've never seen it before. He's like, nah, because literally we were 10 seconds into like a Nirvana song, and it was one that I hadn't recognized because it'd been a long time. So there is a synchronicity there. Isn't that crazy? And isn't Nirvana like a state of peace or something like that? Like, and there's something behind, maybe look up the definition of Nirvana. I don't know. I'm going to do after this reading, right? There's something very significant about that. But I'm always in tune with synchronicities and things like that. And I was just like, what? How cool is that? Like, he had to show me on this little display that it said Nirvana, that he was linked to his playlist. And, I had to show him the incense. I was like, nah. So I don't know. I've never seen this this Nag Champa, like hands down, they do the best incense, right? And I've never seen the Nirvana one. So I wish you could smell it. Go get some if you have not, because it smells so nice. But anyway, I was playing with that right before this reading, so I thought it was significant. I don't want to light the sage and the Palo Santos again because then I've got to open up the doors, clear my space, and it's finally cooling off in here again. But there's something about that, like you need to do something in threes, right? Because see, these are 3 different things. The power of threes is very strong and significant, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and call everybody in, right? We're going to get into first reading. Definitely feel free to take a look at my other ones if you want, because that one, it took over with my channeled messages and downloads. And what's interesting is I was having trouble connecting at first, and I was like, I'm not even going to do channeled download messages, right? I'm trying to get some more purples, right? For this download, or for this transmission. But anyway, I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to do, I'm just going to get into the cards. I realized after I was 30 minutes in, I did the whole reading and just with the energy cards. So we're going to get into some more cards in this one. Alright, so I'm not talking about the downloads. Alright, divine source, spirit, all my angels, all my guides, all my spiritual teachers, shamans, gurus, high priests, high priestesses, the gods, the goddesses, galactic federation, council of light, our star family, my soul tribe, call you on for protection and guidance, planet elementals. Alright, let's clear the space. Only high vibrational energy allowed around me. Look, I'm already wanting to get back into the energy. I heard magical dimensions, so we're going to start there. And sorry if you, look, purification was shown right away. That's really what you need to do. Purifying your energy, your space. Look, a spiritual cleansing and letting go. For some of you, this is about letting go, right? You have to let go of all that's not aligned with you. All right, we're gonna get more. Oh, and I was using my my Florida water. I was cleansing a lot. I've just had to do a lot of clearing today. You know, we just had our Capricorn full moon. There was a lot of spell work and moon magic, I call it, that was going on, right? People don't realize you don't have to be a witch to be casting spells, right? It's literally, it's all about intention, thinking it, saying it. Anybody that was speaking ill upon you under a full moon, they doing moon magic, man. That's why I don't talk bad about another. Universe doesn't understand two names. When you're saying those things, you just projecting, you creating. Like, no thank you. I'm not bringing all that my way. All right, this is interesting because we've had two flipped upside down. I'm very particular about my decks. I don't let them get flipped very much, so we're going to see what happened. Yeah, it ain't all of these. That's it. Those are the only ones, so these are the message. So the Utopia was flipped upside down. This is the Peace and the Serenity card. I feel that you've been under heavy spiritual attacks and burdens that have been stopping you from being in this peace. And I've been talking a lot about this as divine feminines needed to get to this place of relaxation and peace to be able to receive abundance, rewards. Things are trying to stop you from being in this peaceful environment. Literally, I've been seeing all these attacks coming my way, but I'm heavily spiritually protected. And so are you. If you're definitely a starseed, you have your star family. That was one that I got from the reading here, is Galactic Family Assisting. They are very much protecting you. There a lot's happening that you aren't foreseeing. Okay. But it's just like when I need things handled, I'll go right to them. I'm like, you see that? Handle this, please, because I don't want things to be on me, right? And that karma. But somebody was really messing with you, with your state of being, right? For some of you, this was identity, self-love, accepting. For some of you, it was you sabotaging yourself. You were creating this within due to woundings, letting the enemy have access to you through your woundings. That's why it's really important to heal any of that stuff. It's like for some of you, like if the enemy was like attacking your confidence, your self-worth, putting those seeds of doubt in your mind, maybe saying those things. Like for some of you, it's like if you fully are comfortable in your own, with your own body and things like that, anybody that makes a comment to like body shame you or something like that, it's not going to affect you. If you love, like I love myself and everything about me, so anybody can say anything under the moon or whatever, it ain't going to affect me. I'm just going to be, wow, I'm sorry you feel that way about yourself, because I don't feel that way about myself, but I wasn't always like that. Okay. So you really need to heal those things. So if someone does say something to you and it affects you in your emotional state, then they're doing spiritual warfare on you. But that's what I feel like was going on here. So, you know, somebody was definitely affecting your confidence, because to me this is confident. And for some of you, I need to say on a side reel that you are attracting your twin flame. Because this is my twin flame card. And it's like for some of you, they were causing chaos and destruction to try to stop two twins from coming together. It's upright, baby. Because look, and this is also what was reversed here, attachments and isolation. For some of you, they didn't want you isolated. They didn't want you spending time alone. So you constantly had spirits monitoring you, spirits just always clinging to you, always being around you, because you are extremely powerful when you're in isolation. When you're in isolation is when your star family comes through. When you're alone is when you truly connect with source energy. See, and they didn't want you to do that. So for a lot, they were causing a lot of chaos and conflicts and shadows and just always things going on. Like if you're one where just you couldn't calm down, things are just always going on around you, within your family, work, whatever. A lot of this was Archon energy I'm getting that was coming through. Enemies of the dark forces to try to bring chaos and conflict, to try to stop you from getting your fortune. For a lot of you too, you have the dragon realm that's been protecting you, right? And guess what? They didn't want you to get this abundance because being in isolation would. So, bam. I'm flipping all these upright for you because I can, because I'm powerful like that. This was to let you know you're going through this breakthrough right now, okay? So, you know, you're being called to bring peace and joy to your own state. Make your own space, your own nirvana, okay? Your nirvana, your home, right? It was just like, I wanted to cleanse the car that I was in, right? So, and that's why I was like, we need to calm down. We need to, so whatever. So I created, you know, nirvana, right? So this is what you're doing within your space. And even if it needs to be just within your temple, just within your personal space, do that, all right? Or maybe taking some time. I've been getting something very strongly with pink dolphins too. For some of you, you need to look up the rarity of a pink dolphin, the spiritual message behind it. I've been seeing a lot of it, and I see the dolphins, right? For some of you too, you know, you can connect with dolphins. They're part of your star family, right? As they, you know, a lot of the aquatic animals and stuff are from star systems, right? That's why they're the most intelligent, advanced animal, right? It was interesting as I was talking with the man like a week or so ago, and he was telling me about how they actually trained dolphins, top secret, to work with them, and how they could train them and teach them. They could put things on dolphins, like bombs, I think he was saying, and things, and they synchronize and they teach them to go to attach to things, and like class, like just interesting stuff, right? That I never knew how sophisticated it was and how deep and stuff that it could go. But yeah, they're very, very highly intelligent, right? For that reason, right? Come from the water planets, right? I don't know why all that came through, but it's for somebody, right? So maybe you need to strategically plan something, or, you know, you really need to find some I feel you need to outsmart the, like, you're highly, you know, starseeds are highly intelligent. That's often a sign too, if, you know, that you're starseeded, because I feel that I'm going to be exposing some of this stuff in the reading today for some of you that weren't aware that you're starseeds. But you're highly intelligent, highly advanced, and you may have access to galactic intelligence like I do, but it's under certain circumstances. Like, I can't get my galactic intelligence and guidance and downloads when my space isn't a nirvana, when I'm not of high vibration, because for this to be able to come through, I have to be of high vibration, right? So if I have anything that's around me that's messing with my space or my environment, it's not letting me to channel to the highest degree that I could. So for some of you, maybe spending some time with these mammals, because water is very cleansing, right? So maybe if you can get somewhere, like my children just went to the zoo, and it's so beautiful. You know, it was being around those animals and the atmosphere and all the different things and the keys and the codes that activated probably within them from certain things. Like, I'm very interested to see, because especially allows you to connect with these spirit animals and to pull in their energies and all of that, because of course I have star children. But anyway, I'm getting off that too much, but it brought me to, like, yes, like I need to bring them to the aquarium and things like that. And we need to go by water and these mammals and these animals. So maybe for some of you, you know, and if you can't always go to these places, you can always pull up like videos and clips and create your own. Like, they're bringing me back to what I did when I lived up north, right? Because I have to live by water. I've always lived by water, right? Ever since I could. And but when I was up north, right? Because I got moved to Minnesota when I was a little girl, I always wanted to go back home to Florida, right? And I couldn't, so when I got my first place, right, and I was saving up money to do so, anyway, I bought everything that I could that reminded me of home. All the palm trees, like I had everything, to the picture frames, to the candlesticks, just everything were palm trees, and I had so much stuff. Well, anyway, I had this ambience picture frame that was a huge picture of the ocean and the waves and the sand and all of that, and I played it every single night. When you turn on the light, it would move the ocean and play the sound and hear the birds. Every single night I played it like clockwork until literally I burnt it out. The thing wouldn't roll over, it wouldn't play anymore. But anyways, I always do that. And then as soon as once I got my first $5,000 that I ever had in my bank account, that is when I took off to Florida and I moved back down here, and I've been by the water ever since. So anyways, I don't know, there's something about that. See, it was like I set the move. Like, I made my own nirvana in my home. I made it feel like it was home, right? So there's something about that. You know, even if it's just you have a personal space, right? You make your own little sanctuary, your place that you can calm down, get messages, get downloads, connect with your star family, right? Because you get activated, right? That's how you'll know too. It's often you aren't just told it, but certain keys and codes, I've been told that I'm an activator too, so I can activate things within you with my series of voice or the cards that I use, because a lot of these cards are encoded with sacred geometry and all sorts of things. So I've got a lot of activator cards that I may put up there that can activate you. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not, because you were brought into me for this galactic intelligence, for the vibration I'm at, frequency, whatever. right? These things can integrate afterwards. Certain triggers, certain key codes that I say can activate certain things, kind of like unlocking things, like if you've been hypnotized. Us starseeds are able to do that. We're able to unlock, that's why you'll get aligned with certain people in places that they can align something for you, especially when light language is deployed. Sometimes you get guided to certain places for light language and certain things and synchronicities. Like if you've ever been catching yourself watching something and you just totally don't understand, you're just like, what did I just see? But then you keep going about your day or whatever, and then it can unlock something for you. So like sometimes you're guided to certain places and situations and you don't even know why, and because sometimes you're getting aligned with another star family member that you might not be aware of, that's unlocking something within you, kind of giving you the keys, the codes, because we were always meant to help each other, and we do. A lot of times we don't even realize that we are. Wow. All right, so lots coming through here, just the magical dimensions, right? Exiled, illusion of separation, disconnected, and isolation. Like this is what they wanted you to feel, but little do they know that we connect on a frequency, on a level, when we are in isolation. That's why I say, like, I read for the 144,000, right? But it's also a collective. It's a frequency. It's a frequency that we're attuned to, right? So whether or not you're uploading content or whatever, like, when you tap into this frequency, whenever you're in quiet and isolation, you get to this vibrational frequency where you are fully connected with divine source energy and your entire star family, your fleet, right? We're all connected. So that's why we can hear each other, talk with each other, communicate, give each other strength and courage, give each other, that's why there's so much like galactic intelligence and things like that you're able to have access to, because this is frequency and we are connected with the one, right? We are online with source energy, right? Where most don't realize that they are disconnected by having a false illusion of the universe, the workings, right? This matrix. Most don't realize that they are believing in a false God, that they are separated, that they are not one with source energy, when in fact they are. The illusion of believing in a false system outside of yourself is like the biggest corruption of all. But all right, I'm not going to get into all of that, because I want this to upload. The last one I checked, it did upload. But just so you guys know, sometimes when my readings do get corrupted by the dark matrix, then my audio and my video will be out of sync, right? But the audio always plays through. So times like that, just listen. Okay. So yeah, look, you're being called to have some quiet time. Maddie, you're in the video. Move, baby. And they flag my videos. They see my little one too, so they want you to use your discernment. All right, so definitely use your discernment at this time. Proof, right? You're starting to realize that you don't always need to see the proof, because believing is seeing, right? It's just like they've led us to believe, like all of the things, right, to all the different realms. Like you won't see them if you tell yourself they're not there. Like I work very closely with the Fae, so I see the fairy realm, right? I see the Fae. I'm constantly getting messages and guidance and all of that stuff, because it's like you have to let them. You're not going to see what you tell yourself is not real. You're very much in control of your own reality with your thoughts, your eyes, your visions, your words, and they've done so much like spell magic and word magic in this realm to control you. Like I said, putting your power away, getting you to worship a false god, right? That's not within you. They've weaponized it. Source energy, is the God frequency. It's love. It's the highest vibration. It's all there ever is. It's everything is love, right? But they have separated it with illusion, and they've weaponized all much, and everything that's been about separation. And really, we're all one. We're all interconnected. We're all part of this, right? So it's very confusing, but I'm not going to get into the religion part, right, and the corruption and all that in this one. Just be open to be open to receiving. That's what I mean. You basically have to reprogram yourself into being like a kid again, and believing that childlike innocence, right, before you're told that things aren't real, right? Because if you tell yourself it's not real, then you're not letting it have access to reality, right? Like I was saying, like with the word magic and things like that, like people don't realize, like I don't go around telling people good morning. What does morning mean? Look it up. What does it mean? But you go around telling people good morning, right? Little things like job, and their little acronym for jobs is just above broke. Little things like this that you go about sabotaging yourself. You don't realize all of this stuff, right, within these words, right? And just like weekday, because each day it's weakening you to control your power. That's why it's a weekday, and to get you into the matrix. But then come the weekend, they end it so that way you can start the cycle over again. There's so much stuff. Don't get me started, right? Okay, so let's get some few more cards here. Observations coming out, so you can very much stop listening to what people are saying. You're starting to really observe things, really starting to find things out for yourself. Us starseeds are meant to not conform to the matrix, to always look for things outside, right? So a lot of signs and messages, right, are coming through. You're a seer. For a lot of you, different things, like literally there's sacred geometry just within this card. You can activate your third eye. You could be going through a third eye activation, and something very significant with the summer solstice, right, and the shift, right? So something could be activating. You could be remembering past lives, okay, and starting to access that skill set, memories. For some of you, it is a skill. You're going to be deploying some sort of skill that's going to change your life forever. Maybe the trajectory of your career path. Maybe that's why all of us are meant to break the matrix, right? To not be working the 9 to 5s, to actually find our skill set, our unique signature, our unique things that we were all meant to be creators here, right? Creating our dreams or realities, right? Money is just a flow of frequency, but it's that not having enough that controls us, right? And restricts us. And then they get us to label and classify ourselves, right? So you're really seeing things from a higher vantage point. You're definitely ascending to a higher pathway with the path card here. For a lot of you, you are going through a portal, a gateway. You're ascending. You're still in the video. Over here, please. So you are, you're going to a higher timeline, sovereignty. For some of you, this is going to require some tough decisions. More people are going to be involved. Or more people, okay. Because when you make these very, very powerful decisions, a lot of times they affect a lot more than just you. Realization. You're realizing you held the keys the entire time to change your reality. And this is a big shift. Look at how big that is. And she got a key behind her back. In creation, you're realizing that you're in the power. For some of you, like, you can realize, like, if you've always went according to certain standards and you throw those standards out the window, how controlling that is. Look at this, like the attachments. For some of you, throat chakra activation, you there was some sort of control over your throat where you couldn't be expressive. Have you ever had, like I love watching these America Got Talent, right, show, and it's just like when these people go on this show, like they'll ask them like what their current job is, right, and especially those ones where they go do that audition, right, and it's like when they find out they're amazing because they're shown that in front of judges, right, and then all of a sudden now they're the finalists in the new show, right, you think they're going to go back to their 9 to 5 after that? After they had that skill set activated and that feeling of actually feeling alive when you're finally pursuing your dreams and your desires and realizing, you know, and if you look at all the people up on stage, a lot of times you're just looking around at the audience, right? And how much love, what they did, how much love was inspired into that room. Like, I just went to a concert, right? It was my first concert. It was so exciting, right? Because I'd been on like the tours, you know, outside, but this one inside an actual, we're at the Kia Center. And I love the part, especially like when the band was done with each song, and when they would finish the song, the crowd and everything, it was like that just sent like so much like additional energy through me. Like, I know I got activated definitely multiple levels to this, right, just the different things, but it was like the love that I felt and the excitement, and that just filled, oh my gosh, like it just sent like ripples just through, like it's just so exciting, just so much of it. I've never been to a concert like at a theater like that before. Oh my gosh, it was so epic, right? And this was an amazing show that I got. Oh my gosh, I just can't even tell you how exciting that was. So anyways, you guys need to experience that if you have not. Alright, but I've got to go. I'm out of time. So that's the reading that I had. Yeah, I got limited time today. But I'm going to be pulling some more cards. But you all know I like to keep my readings around 30 minutes. So check out my next reading. I'll be pulling more cards. Definitely create this Nirvana space for yourself, right? Definitely. And if you haven't seen a concert, go see one, right? All right, love and light to all of you. Bye.